From the title of my video, you might think that I'd be peeling off $10 bills, but it's not make it rain, it's make it CHRAIN. You gotta put a h at the beginning of rain there, okay? So what is CHRAIN? CHRAIN is an Eastern European version of ground horseradish. And we use it at Passover, which is coming up this week, which is why I get in my garden every spring and pick some horseradish. Come here, Hayes, let's show them what I'm gonna do here. Okay, here's a much better one. Okay, so this is CHRAIN. There's still more root in the ground. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna take my knife. I'm actually gonna cut the top off this one. I'm gonna put the small one back, actually. I'm gonna take this big one. I'm gonna cut these parts off here. And you know what? Next year, they'll be just as big. Now, if I leave them in the ground a couple of years, they get really big. You'll find them at the grocery store. And what you need for this recipe besides this is simply 1 jar of pickled beets. I'm gonna have the pickled beets from the garden from last year, and I'll show you the recipe in a second. Here's our horseradish root, cleaned up a little bit. Okay, so this is our horseradish root. This is a young one. It's probably only been in my garden 1.5 years, 2 years, so they're not that thick, but they're still great and very spicy. So you just cut off pieces like that, and we're going to peel them until we get down to the actual flesh here. So I'm going to do this really quickly, and I'll show you what we're left with. This is my pile so far, and it is strong. I have stories from the old days, from my parents and grandparents and my in-laws, about their parents and their grandparents making horseradish in the home, but they had to use a hand grater. We're going to be using the Cuisinart in a second. But everyone would have to leave the house. It was that strong. So you're going to see that in a few minutes. Okay, so we have our cleaned up horseradish here. This doesn't look like a lot, right? It's gonna make 3 or 4 good sized jars. I'm gonna cut it up in little pieces. Some pickled beets from last year. Garden, 2019. And next part of the recipe coming in a second, guys. So, simplest recipe in the world. Take your horseradish. Throw it in your Cuisinart or your food processor. Beets.
I'm loving this. This is great.
Depending on how much...
This is clearly going well for you.
Depending on how many beets you use will dictate how hot your horseradish is. Now, I'm going to put about half of that in, like that. I kept the juice separate.
Look at that.
Now, I like my horseradish much juicier than this, so we are going to add lots of juice. Okay, so boop. Hazel likes to boop me. I don't know if booping is good during this pandemic. Stop booping people, Hazel. Okay, show everybody what's in here. Now, look at me for a second. Now I'm gonna take a smell. It actually hit me in the face already. So I'm gonna take a smell of this. It is crazy hot, so. Oh, if you have, perhaps not COVID, but if you have stuffed up sinuses, make this stuff. Take a Here we go. And that is our horseradish. One thing I forgot to mention is that the heat will dissipate as it sits or once you open it. So once you jar it, so we're going to fill this up. My videographer is very disrespectful.
I don't care.
Oh my God.
You're disrespecting your viewers right now.
Open your mouth.
Right now.
Okay, so it is really hot.
Oh, I want to get a close up on that face. Just.
So, jar it, lid, close it up. It will last for about a month, month and a half. Really, really, really hot. Once you pop it on Pesach or Passover, when you start to use it, it will dissipate in heat. But over the next hour or two, as the two flavors, the sweetness of the beets and the heat of the horseradish meld together, by tonight it's going to be flamethrower. Guys, here it is. This is the CHRAIN for Passover this year, or for any other time in the year. My siblings would be jealous. I know they're making their own. I would have won this year. Our CHRAIN competition, I would have won. That is CHRAIN for you guys, okay? Very simple recipe. If you've ever bought horseradish in the store, this stuff here will blow your mind comparatively. On your steak, on your prime rib, on your gefilte fish. Chag Sameach.